Good day, welcome to Alke-Centric. This is Umlungisi Kandlala. Umicwane Nisbewu sikhaba khaba nesikhaba uvezo ngonyawo. Isala kulandela singalandelwa ngoSathane uqobo. Welcome back to Alke-Centric. Alke-Centric is where we talk about us. Just to remind those or to inform those who do not know, who are new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Please continue to subscribe, like, share, and comment in the comment section below. So what we are about Africanism, if there is such a thing. Everything Africa, just the basics, the who we are, Ubuntu, Isintu. Today, just thought about something that I think is very important to us as Africans, and actually not just Africans, to everyone that's alive. Rooting. If you were to cut a plant off its root, separate it from its roots, what will happen? It will surely die. When you look at us as a people, now we're talking about Africans, when you look at us as a people, you can see why we have so many, I don't know whether I would say misfortunes, but problems in general. Level of crime is high, unemployment is high, everything that is negative is just high. Corruption. I'm not. I'm not saying there is no corruption in the West. There surely is, lots of it. But in our case, it seems to be far more than far more than necessary. I'm not sure whether corruption is ever necessary, but it surely is far more than necessary in our case. So why is this? Because we have been separated from our roots. I'll just talk about us, Abantu, the Bantu people. We are Abantu. We live ngesintu. Our way of life is isintu and nobuntu. Because we are Bantu, say nobuntu. We have ubuntu. Ubuntu, when the English speaking explain it or define it, they say I am because we are. You know, if you look at that concept, if we were to live with that concept, we wouldn't have poverty. Because our government in South Africa, in this case, have, I'm talking about the black government, they've been in power for almost 30 years now. But they can brag about this and that, they can make so many excuses, but our people are living in dire poverty. The level of crime is high. Why? Because they steal, they loot. Our people, instead of finding ways to make a living for themselves, some of us choose to steal and loot and do all sorts of negative things, or everything that can impact our society negatively. You look at the young ones, the so-called AMA 2000s. If you can just look at the psychological part of this, you can see that we are like a tree that lacks rooting, that is cut off from its root, or that has been rooted out and planted elsewhere where it is not viable. The conditions for its growth are not viable. So if you can take a tree that predominantly grows in Europe, and you go and plant it in Nigeria where the heat just is very high, it's likely to die. Not because it's not connected, it's not planted. It's not connected to the soil, but because it's planted in a wrong place where it does not belong. When you look at this now, we're going to talk about the political system. We're now talking about leadership, implementation of leadership. I personally feel like politics on its own, like they're not good for us. I just think they're not good for us. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the royalty, the kingship that we used to live under would serve us right now, but politics have proven to be useless to us because obviously these politicians, especially when it comes to elections, election times, they promise this and that, but none of that ever happens. You know, people can talk about. I don't want to talk about too many politicians. I'm just making an example here. If you remember, in 1990, before 1994, the ANC, led by the late Umadiba, Uyemyem, that is Mandela, uh, led by him, promised free education. There's still no free education in South Africa. You see, so it's all these things that are unnecessary. I'm not sure whether unnecessary is the right term, but you see so many dynamics in our society that shows us that we lack proper routing. We we have been displaced psychologically, spiritually, and otherwise. And for as long as we are not spiritually connected to who we are, because that's exactly what locates us uh, to a right place. That's exactly that's the best way. That's the best GPS to put us where we belong as a people. Is spiritually grounding, our spiritual connection, and then the mind will follow. But what we need more than anything, I think, like a tree that has been rooted out and planted elsewhere, we need to be we need to go back to where we belong spiritually. And then when we go back where we belong, I as ulungisani will know where I belong in the society, what responsibilities I have in the society, because I truly believe that we were all born to serve. What is it that I have to bring to the people? What services that I have to give to the people? Because everyone is born to serve. So until such time that I understand that I am not born to be a leader of a society. You know, there are people who are not even leaders in their families, but they think they can lead an entire country, an entire nation, but you fail to lead your own family. It, it just doesn't make sense to me. Because if you are not a leader by nature, you are just not. And it's okay to be who you are and truly who you are. Back then, there were people who were called Amafelankosi. As Kosen, we have this thing. People make a joke about it nowadays. When you praise a king, we generally say mntwana omhle, wena ongafanele kubhubha wobhujelwa ndim wena, meaning that beautiful child, you who does not deserve to die, I will die for you. Those were called Amafelankos. Those people literally were there who actually die for their kings. That was their responsibility, even though they were not chosen. No one was chosen to do that. But they felt it was necessary for them to die in order for a nation to survive, because the survival of their king, it is a survival of their nation and values. This is just an example. Let us try by all means to find ourselves, go back to our roots, not this fallacy of the 24th of September in South Africa, where we call it Heritage Day, when we are lost throughout the year. Let us wake up, Africans. Let us really find who we are and our purpose. Each and every one of us needs to know their purpose in order for me to know what role I need to play in a society. Without knowing my purpose, I will never find the role that I need to play in the society. I'll just think that being rich is all that is that I need to do, which is just serving myself. Thank you for watching. Please comment on the comment section below. If you disagree, add where you think necessary, and like and share with your friends and family. And last but not least, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day. From Ukwanini, Nditi Kamaba.